Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to find the number of rows where all columns are null. Suppose if you see this table, so if you consider this particular row, so this row has all nulls. And a similar way, I have total 6 rows like this. Okay, so this is one final result I'm showing. So maybe assume that you have some 30 rows in your table, and out of 30 rows, you have these 2, 4, 5. Total 5 rows has all rows has nulls. So how to achieve this in SQL? So this mainly will use while doing unit testing. So once your development is completed, not only development, after completion of development, you will move to different layers like bronze, silver, and gold. And each layer, you want to check the unit testing. So whether you have any records like this. So for this, what I'm doing, I created one table here. So table nulls, blank rows, and this is my insert row script here. And based on this, I created table here. And if I take screenshot of this, so here what I'm doing is first I'm using where and condition. So here what I'm doing is select star from table. So I'm using where condition to filter only this kind of rows. So in where condition, what I'm giving is first, I'm giving first column name. So first column name is name and a given condition is null. So what it does is first it will go to name column. It will go to name column and it will check is there any is null. So we have nulls here. See here we have nulls here. So similar way I given for all the columns. If you see here department, so department is null. So in department also we have null. See here we have null. And if you closely observe in all the columns we have some nulls. But what I given in between condition is I given and condition. For each and every column I given and condition. So if you see here, so finally what my requirement is, all the records of particular row should have all null records. So first we'll see this one. First we'll see this one, name is null. So in this, our first null record is this one. Okay, so here one null is there. And condition a given. So and condition means in next column also, I should have same null. Okay, so department is null. So with respect to this, is there any null in this department column? See here also we have null. So here also null is there, here also null is there. And again I given and condition and customer underscore ID is null. So we have this column and here also with respect to this one, we have null. Okay, so similar way and for all the columns, we have nulls. So with respect to first this null, we have all nulls here. So then it will print here. So once this print, it will check for next null. So this is our next null. So based on and condition in our department column, so with respect to this, we have null. So and here also we have null. So next it will filter this null. And next it will come to here, this null. And based on and condition, it will check for other columns also. So we have nulls here also. then it will filter this row. Next, it will come here. So here also all nulls are there. It will pick, it will filter this column. Next, we'll come to this null. And with respect to this, we have all nulls here. Then it will filter this also. So I will change a little bit to understand more clearly. So here I changed a little bit. So first we discussed, so all nulls we discussed already how it will filter. So next it will come to this null. So if you come to this null, as per our first condition, first column is null condition, this is null. Next it will come to this column. So with respect to this, we don't have null. So we have in other place we have null, not here. So we have non-null value here. So then what will happen? It will skip. It won't filter. It will skip here. So similar way, this also will filter. This also will filter. Next it will come here. So here null is there. And for this department column, name and between department column, we given and condition. So, but here we have non-null value. Since non-null value is there, it will skip. Okay, so this one I want to show here. So next, if I try to run this also, so same result we'll get. So even though I added few nulls. Okay, so total 5 rows will get. So next, what we'll do is, so here I given select star. So since select star means it give all the records, this whole columns and the whole table it is given. So here I wanted to know only count of columns, count of rows, how many rows it has like this. So instead of star I given count star. So remaining logic is same. So remaining code is same. So it will give 5. So if you see here, so we are getting total 5 rows here. So this count it is giving, only it giving count. So next method is using case inside sum. So here in this condition, if you see the query here, select case when condition I given. So in when condition, if it is satisfies, it will replace with 1. So that means 1 is null. If this is condition is not satisfied, then else 0. So 0 means not null. So now we'll see how it works. So here case statement, what it does is when name is null. So if you see here in name column, if name is null, so we have nulls here. So what it doing is, since it has to satisfy all the columns. So when name is null, so first it will check these records, it will skip, then it will come to here. This is null is there, and we given and condition, and department is null. So here null is there. So this explanation is same, working is same as earlier. So here it is given, no? It is same as earlier. So only difference is we given case statement. So wherever it satisfying, I need to replace it with 1. So if it is not satisfying, replace with 0. So then what will happen? So we know that total 5 records are there. So if you see here, first 3 records, we have non-null value. That means it is not matching. So first If you see here, first three records, it giving 0. So 0 means non-null. So next we have null. So it's satisfying all the conditions. So it printing 1. Next from here to here. So three rows. So next 3 rows only, no? Yeah, next 3 rows, it is not satisfying. So it printing 0. So next it is satisfying, it printing 1. So next 2 rows, it giving 0. Okay, so next after that it printing 1. So because we have all nulls here. So next 3. So here we have 2 only. So I need to update this one. So after inserting new rows, I'm not updated. So that's why it's showing difference. So if you observe here, so after this one, 11th, so after 11th, so we have 3 rows here. See here, after 11th, this one, so we have 3 zeros. So 3 zeros. So after this whole thing is null, we are getting 1. So similar way here also, if you see here, fourth one. So fourth one is 1. So after that, 3 is there. So earlier is shown 2. So now 3. After updating, it becoming 3. So like this, it will show. So next what I'm doing, on top of that, I'm using sum. So if I use sum, it will give you the value. So total 5 rows we have. So remaining syntax is everything same. So only difference is I added sum here. So next is using coalesce. So by using coalesce, what it does is, so if you see here in coalesce, what I given is I given all the column names. See here, name, department, customer ID, change date, load date, status, description. So within coalesce, I given all the column names. But if you see few columns, these 3 columns, I changed data type to string. Why? Because coalesce allows all the columns should have same data type. So if you see here, first 2, it has a string data type. This one is integer, these 2 are date, and these 2 are string. So now what I did is these 3 columns I changed to string data type by using cast. So that now all the columns has same data type as string. So now what it does is coalesce, what it does is first it will check for first row. It will check for first row. If you see first row, it will take all the values since we mentioned all the columns. So what it written is coalesce, what it does is it will give you first non-null value. So this is Jagadish. It will print that non-null value. So but here what I given condition is null. So after doing coalesce, I since I given is null, so result of coalesce, whichever the rows we are getting null, so only those rows it will print here. And if you see second one, see here all non-null values, so that it will print first non-null value. So similarly, this also. Next, if you come to here, see here, since we have all nulls, so here we don't have any non-null value. What it does is it will print output is null. So that null, it is satisfying with is null. So it printing this row. And a similar way, it will check here also. So here what it does is coalesce of all these things. So we have one null. If we have null, it will check for other non-null values. So next it will give you this first non-null value. But since this is null is not satisfied, it won't filter. So same thing for all. Next it will come here. Coalesce of all these nulls become null. So then it will filter that particular row. So like this total 5 rows it will filter. So where condition I given coalesce and that coalesce should have is null. If you see here, coalesce function requires all arguments to be of same data type. So you need to ensure that all columns passed to coalesce are of the same type. So this I explained. So next what we'll do is in same coalesce, instead of star, I'm giving count star. So now what will happen, instead of giving all rows, it will give only count here. So remaining code is same. See, this is same explanation. So coalesce of column 1, column 2, up to many, it returns the first non-null value. If all columns are null, the result is null. So if you saw here, no, already. So wherever all columns has null, it will give you output as null. And where coalesce we given is null. That means we only counts rows where all columns are null. Okay, so where coalesce, so when this condition satisfies is, when this is null condition satisfies is, our all columns should have null. So then only this is null condition satisfies, then only it will filter. So that is the meaning. So this whole code, that means this whole where condition up to null, what it means is it ensures only counts rows where all columns are nulls. See here, all columns are nulls. Okay, so that is the meaning. So next what we'll do is using a derived column case to check row emptiness. So here also this logic is same. So only difference is case statement I'm using. So case when name is null and I given and condition and it continuing for all the columns. Department is null. So finally what it consider is since we given and condition, so it will check for which of the rows has all nulls. So it will pick only those rows. See, so that means if this when condition satisfies what I given is, then it is 1. So what it does is it will replace with 1, else 0. If that condition is not satisfied, 0. So from this particular table, so select star. See, if I see separately this condition, select star and the case statement here. See here, select star case statement. See here what it giving is, this is the result. So since I selected star, it will give you all the columns. And if you see, observe at end of the, here one column is added. Is all null. So I given alias here. So here what it meaning is, if this condition is satisfying, then it should print as 1, otherwise 0. And if you see here, see these first 3 rows, all are non-null values. So that means this condition is not satisfying. So that's why printing all zeros. And if you see 4th row, so this all has all null records. So it printing as 1. So that means this condition is satisfying. So that's why it printing 1. So wherever we have all nulls, it printing as 1 and remaining places zeros. Okay, so on top of this, what I did here is, see here up to here, this code is same, whatever we discussed in below. On top of that, what I given is select count star from this. So that means select count star from this table and I given filter condition where equal to 1. So from this table, it will come to this column and it will filter only where 1 is there, where this column is equal to 1. So that means we have total 5 rows like this. So that's why you are getting 5 here. See here, select count star. So here same code, instead of count star, I given select star. So that's why it is giving rows here. Okay, so I explained separately to understand easily. Next method is a dynamic method. So in this method, what I'm doing is, already I have table. Already I have this particular table. So initially I created this table. So this table name is this one, TBL nulls blanks rows, blank rows. So that table, what I'm doing is, here I'm using spark.table. So spark.table, and inside that I'm giving this table. So now what will happen is, this particular table, it will load to the data frame. On top of that, what I'm doing is, here I given join condition with and. So to avoid each and every column and condition, instead of writing each and every column, what I given is, so I given dot join. So dot join of what? So here I given list compensation. So call is null for call in df dot columns. So in this table, all the columns it will select. That means it will iterate for all the columns and it will check for is null. So first it will check for one column and it will join with second column by using and condition in between. So that means this code is equivalent to this code. So here we given separately, here we written separately, but here we used list compensation. That is the only difference. So how it works, if you go to my Python playlist, so I made one video, how to join strings and non-strings. So there I explained clearly how it works. So next, what I'm doing is, by using Spark SQL, so here I'm calling this table. So I'm calling this table and in where condition, so this is my condition. In where, this is my condition. So finally what it happened, select star from table where, if you see here, select star from table, in where condition I given all these things. Dynamic way it is given here. That is the only difference. See here. So next what I'm doing, by using spark.sql, so this query I'm calling here. So if you try to display here, so I'm getting these 5 rows. Okay, so total we discussed about total 5 methods. So how to get what all the columns has all null values. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.